Okay, so let's look at this other question. The diagram below shows a simple potentiometer. Question A. Explain the importance of the airtight seal in the potentiometer. Why is the airtight seal included in the potentiometer? So the purpose of the airtight seal is to prevent water from evaporating, okay, or leaking from the tubing, okay, making the experiment inaccurate. So in short, the answer just say to prevent water from evaporating, because we don't want a plant to lose water by any other process apart from transpiration, because this experiment is based on transpiration. So we don't want water to be lost by any other process apart from transpiration. So the purpose of including an airtight seal is to prevent water from evaporating. Question B. State the function of the potentiometer. So the potentiometer is used to measure the rate of transpiration. The potentiometer measures the rate of uptake of water. You can write it in that form. So the answer is the potentiometer measures the rate of uptake of water, or potentiometer measures the rate of transpiration. Okay, let's look at question C, guys. What substance would you use to prove that water is being lost by the plant in the potentiometer? So the substance we used is the blue cobalt chloride paper. Blue cobalt chloride paper. Blue cobalt chloride paper. Or you can also use anhydrous copper sulfate. Anhydrous copper sulfate. Okay, you can say blue cobalt chloride paper or anhydrous copper sulfate. Any of the two. Question D. Explain the color changes the substance mentioned in C above would undergo when testing the water from the potentiometer. Water loss from the potentiometer. So water turns the blue cobalt chloride paper to pink. It also turns anhydrous copper sulfate from white to blue. So meaning the cobalt chloride paper, guys, it is blue in color. So immediately the cobalt chloride paper comes in contact with water, it changes from blue to pink. And then anhydrous copper sulfate, it is white in color. Immediately it comes in contact with water, it turns to what? To blue. So cobalt chloride paper, it is blue. When it comes in contact with water, it changes to pink. Anhydrous copper sulfate, it is white. When it comes in contact with water, it changes to blue. Okay, guys. So you write it in that way. Water turns blue cobalt chloride paper to pink. It also turns anhydrous copper sulfate from white to blue. Okay. Question E, guys. It's saying, why is transpiration necessary in plants? Why is transpiration necessary in plants? Okay. Number one, uptake of water and mineral nutrients from the roots to the rest of the plant. Number one, uptake of water and mineral nutrients from the roots to the rest of the plant. So it helps in transportation of water and the mineral salts from the roots to the upper parts of the plant. Number 2, importance. Water is needed for photosynthesis in plant. So it helps to supply water needed for photosynthesis. Okay. The other one, it helps to remove excess water. It helps to get rid of excess water. It helps to get rid of excess water. The other point you can say, loss of water vapor through the stomata cools the plant and prevents overheating. Or you can say, this one can just say it cools a plant. Okay, because we know loss of water vapor through the stomata cools the plant and prevents overheating. Okay. Then the other point you can say, it keeps plant cells charged, which helps keep plants standing upright. Keeps plant cells charged, which helps keeping plants standing upright. Okay. Question F. Suggest one way by which plants reduce water loss through transpiration. So how do plants reduce water loss through transpiration? Okay. So this is done by a thickened wax cuticle. Second, stomata, reduced leaf size. All those are answers. So you can say